Jack Harlow tried to switch lanes, but after hearing this album, this doesn't sound like his lane at all. I came into Monica expecting new raps, a different style. I got none of that. I respect the risk that he took, but this album does nothing for me. Let's talk about it.
The STEM Society.
Let me set the table for you. Early 2025, Jack Harlow dropped 3 songs. He dropped Tranquility, he dropped Just Us with Doja Cat, and he dropped Set You Free. Now, for anybody who heard those songs, you could tell he was moving into a different lane. He was going more in the moment. He was going more laid back. He was really trying to separate himself from the Drake clone conversations, which I applauded that. I was like, we're going to get something different from Jack Harlow when he drops his next album. Let's fast forward to him dropping this album, and he goes straight into R&B, which did not see coming, not one bit. And it surprised me because those 3 songs, if you go back and listen to them, are actually really good. But this R&B side of things, I really need to break it down. Jack Harlow's new album, Monica, has 9 tracks. It's 28 minutes long, and this is his 4th studio album. When I first heard this album, I said, this is basically a flavorless and very dry version of a Wale album, which means if you took the words that he's saying in this album and gave it Wale's cadence and you gave it Wale's production, you would have a Wale album about a situationship. Not necessarily a bad thing, but with how bland he decided to make this album, it doesn't really work out the best way possible. He really wanted to give us something where he was giving us an intimate moment, and it ended up just turning out to be something very dry. The production is very, very clean, and it's very laid back. 2 things that I enjoy from a R&B album, but something that he decided to do was he decided to stay safe. It's like the first 5 songs have the same guitar riff throughout the whole thing. No switch up, no kind of flavor, no kind of action in it. It just feels like he heard an R&B album and he said, I want to do that, but I want to do it my way. And the production just sounds so fucking boring. Like nothing exciting happens with the production at all. Everything sounds like a copy and paste, and that's something that I just don't fuck with. I really feel like he could have took a chance, at least one song. You only gave us 9. Why didn't you step out on faith and say, let me give you guys something a little bit up tempo. Let me give you guys something with some more instrumentation. Give me something else instead of that same guitar riff in them 5, 6, 9 songs that you got on here, man. You know, I'm used to Jack Harlow giving us great production. I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm just saying you need some flavor, some seasoning. You need something in here to make the production sound way better. And you should have threw something that was a complete left turn that would have made me enjoy this album. I listened to this album 3 times and nothing grabbed me throughout anything when it comes to the production. Then we get to what the album is about. The album is about this girl named Monica that he has had a situationship with for a while now. And let me tell you right now, I don't know what she did to him, but it wasn't worth the time or the songs that he wrote. Like Living Alone. Living Alone is him trying to convince himself that he really needs to be with this girl, which, for all intents and purposes, is one of my favorite songs on here, but it's just so bland. And then we move into the song My Winter, where he actually has a conflict of interest, where he's in love with Monica, but he has another woman on the side that he's just like messing with every now and again. That was the only song in here that had a little bit of conflict, that had a little bit of a turn. Everything else was just him playing cat and mouse with this girl named Monica. And to be honest with you, when we get to the end of the album, she don't even end up being with him. She gone and he accepts the shit. That's what we got out of those 9 songs. Now, Jack Harlow doesn't change his tone throughout the whole album. He sounds super monotone. He sounds the same on every fucking song, which I understand this is his first time going into his R&B bag. If I was him, or if I was his person who was managing him or his A&R, I would have took those 3 songs that he did in 2025. I would have made an EP with like 5 more songs and transitioned him out of the Drake clone mode and into his R&B mode. I think those songs, those laid-back songs that he did back in 2025, that would have helped way more into just taking a left turn and going into R&B. I think the only bright spot I have for this album is really the Living Alone song. I know I panned it earlier, but it is probably the only song on here that sounds super personal, and it does feel like a lot more of who he is. There's no replay value here either. There's nothing pulling me back. I don't even know who this album is for. I am a Jack Harlow fan. I think Jack Harlow had a promising career. I think Jack Harlow was one of those people that could be a great mid-tier rapper. But after hearing this, ain't no coming back from doing something like this, man. Like, I think he's pretty much done after this. Like, it's gonna have to take something spectacular for him to get back in good graces with the rap crowd. Who okayed this is my question. Because this is something that could really hurt anything that he tries to do after this, and he was already on the fence with a lot of people when it came to his career. I respect the experiment. I respect him taking a risk. The execution just fell flat, and that's all it is to it. It's a bland R&B album from a rapper who could have really benefited from going just putting out a rap album. Jack Harlow took a real risk, and he stepped out of the Drake comparison lane. The album is cohesive and it sticks to the concept, but it's way too slow for a 9-track project, and the R&B direction feels underdeveloped. Overall, this feels like watered down R&B. So with all that being said, I have to give this album a 5. I gave this album a 5, not because of the viral video, because I think everybody looking at this I Got Blacker viral moment that he did, I think that's bullshit. Who cares, man? I've heard worse from way better people. But I gave this album a 5 because, good Lord, you could have talked to anybody. I don't know why they didn't get anybody who really knows about R&B to help him with this album. He really could have used better writers. He could have really used somebody who understood what R&B is. There's no pain here. There's no suffering. There's no begging. It's just him. Only thing I can envision is him sitting in the chair, holding a guitar, telling Monica that he loves her, and Monica's gone off with some other nigga. That's all it is to it, man. How did you feel about this album? Did you listen to this album? And what do you think happens to Jack Harlow after this album? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. I appreciate you guys joining me. And if you like what I do, because what I do is not very easy, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and pay me in a like and pay me in a comment. I will catch you guys on the next episode. Take care of yourself. I love you. Peace out.
She was kind of fucking with my money, but I meant everything I said, and I say it again.